The 4 carriages of the Harbourlink monorail softly whirred their way above the 3 o'clock in the morning city streets. An occasional car or taxi sped down the glistening wet cross streets. In 2 of the main north-south thoroughfares, garbage trucks banged and rattled at the quiet. The monorail, with its metallic whisper, drifted by dark upper-story windows of department stores and offices, moved down the slope of Market Street, over Piermont Bridge, and into the sharp curve that led above the Darling Harbour Exhibition Complex. It did not stop at the station there, but continued on, a ghost train of the future, and swung back to head up into the city again, looking even more ghostly in a sudden squall of rain, going round and round on its endless circuit. There was no driver, and there was only one passenger. To those who knew the painting, he was the spitting image, though he had never been known to spit, of the farmer in Grant Wood's American Gothic. Tall, gaunt, face weathered, not from farming, but from sailing. The first impression of those who had met him was that he was humourless and forbidding. Yet the gaunt face could break into the most charming smile, and his friendliness, though not legendary, was sincere and surprising. He had enough perceived contradictions to make him a good lawyer, which he was, or had been. Witnesses and judges and juries had never been quite sure whom and what they were dealing with, till he had delivered his final argument. His name was Orville Brame. He was one of the 2 senior partners in one of New York's most prestigious law firms, and he was the incumbent president of the American Bar Association, or he would have been incumbent if he had not died in the past hour. He sat in the compartment immediately behind the driver's cabin, held upright with his thin arm pushed into the handrail beside him. His dark eyes were open, and had any other passenger boarded the carriage at that out-of-schedule hour, they might have mistaken him for a man who had drunk himself into a glassy-eyed stupor at some professional's dinner. Except for the dark red stain on the front of the white shirt and the twist of agony that had turned down one corner of his thin-lipped mouth. The monorail slipped along its track, over the streetlights, past the black mirrors of the windows, down and across the oily finger of harbour, along the front of the exhibition centre. The sightless eyes of Orville Brame stared out at the city he had left 30 years ago, and to which he had never returned.